Okay, so this was going to be my review, getting a few miles in on the little BMW. She's doing well, had it through all the services and stuff, and somebody decided to reverse over her in a brand new Range Rover. One of them that can actually park themselves. So the insurance company was called. All of that was sorted, and it was sent in for repair. And first of all, they gave me a blue SV650. That's the one you can see here. I'm not going to say I'm impressed. I'm not going to say I'm not impressed. It's just it was just a bland bike. That was 2019, I think. That one. It was just bland. I later on found out that it was limited to an A2 license, so it didn't have its full, I don't know, 80 horsepower. It only had like 60 or whatever. But it was a Labrador. It is a Labrador. It's the generic bike number 4. It goes into a corner okay. It stops okay. Handles okay, accelerates okay, but it's just not like it doesn't push any buttons. It's not like you think, whoa, this thing is awesome. This thing will I can have some fun on this. It just bikes. It's just out of the box bike. After the blue one was delivered back, once the 310 was repaired, I had the 310 for about 600 miles, I think, and then I noticed a squeaky squeak wheel sound in the back. That would have been the rear brake caliper hitting the exhaust when it went far down the rear suspension. Also, the wire for the rear ABS was touching the exhaust and melted through, so I had massive engine failure. Like the dash was like a fucking kebab shop at Christmas. That took them 2 or 3 days to send out to sort, so I'm not really impressed about that. But then now they're taking it back, and now instead of having a blue SV650 from 2019, I have a 2020 red SV650 with no limiter on it. So full power, whatever that is, 60, 70, 80 horsepower or whatever. But right now in the video, not in a second, you will see that the SV650 on wet road does have enough oomph to make it tiny bit exciting. As you will see now, me setting off from the lights, giving it some, tossing it in, and there we go. Yeah, that was a little bit of rear wheel step out. It wasn't anything serious. It was just a rear wheel step out. It's a Labrador. But then again, to put that bike into perspective, sorry, we all know this sound. To put this bike into full perspective, it's as an A2 guy who's just going from a 125 or 250 or whatever, going up to the first real man bike, it would be brilliant, because it is just the way they balance the bike on power, braking and handling. It's a very, very calm bike. It will not surprise you. It will not get the better of you. It will not in any way or form surprise you where you're thinking, holy fuck, this thing is trying to kill me. It just does bike really well. It's probably one of the most boring things I've ever ridden, but it does it. It's very polite, so to say. As I said, a Labrador. It's just a polite bike. as for the 310, which I've done less miles on than the SVs now, I have now gotten to the point where certain corners that I know I can toss it in that hard that I can do mid-corner gear changes and have the rear end wiggle a little bit on it, and I think that is quite impressive on something with that few horsepower that it's got. But that thing is fairly brilliant for what it is, because it's a small bike. I'm getting 75 miles a gallon from that thing, which I think is good. Going to the same place of work on the tram, I would get 25, maybe 30 on a good day. But yeah, I do think I'm gonna chuck it in soon, as soon as I can, on the whole leasing thing. But as I said, I've spent more time on the 650 SVs now, and I must say, hands down to Suzuki. I've never been on a bike where the mirrors were that good. It's like the bike I've ever been on where the mirrors have been the best ever. It's standard adjustment, but the mirrors are just somehow so fucking good on that bike, and it feels narrower than the 310 BM for some reason. It feels so narrow, which still again makes it a little bit feel more nimble and stuff. And I am actually praising that bike right now, and I am telling you that an SV650 is a good bike. It is. Look at that old Saab. Look at that. That was nice. That was nice. The old Saab there. Yeah. But no, it is a nice bike. It's just too tame, so to say, for what I would like. The 310 is even tamer, but the 310 has a purpose. Saving me money. Not putting any more miles on my feet level. But I will definitely go out there at some point next year and look into what I can get that's a V-twin that can be mine for absolute carnage and hell-bent fury on getting from A to B the fastest I ever can. I will look at some KTM or some Aprilia V-twins very soon, because being on the SV has brought me back to what I loved about bikes, what I loved about being on the old parallel twin British bike, my old Commando, the old Triumph I've ridden, even the old 650 BSAs, the 750 Bonneville, the 850 Nortons, what have you, everything parallel twin. The grunt you get on them might not be furious and mad, but it's good, and a V-twin does have that as well. So I will soon get myself something V-twin that's not an SV650, something that actually has some balls and is not a fucking Labrador. Anyway, once I've done some more miles on the 310, I will do a review on that. Anyways, thank you, and peace out, drop a side down, whatever, do a wheelie, have a good one. Ta-ta.